So, hello David, this is my video recording for my final project for mobile. My name is Gamaliel Romualdo and I'm sorry, but I'm a little bit sick. So, if you hear me a little bit not that well, it's because of that. But this is the landing page. We got GamesFair. All of this is made by me, even the logo. The application welcomes you with a background of a game that is Pac-Man right there. And basically, what this does, it's got all the games from the four platforms, the biggest platforms that are Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. I start with Nintendo. Uh, as you can see right here, we got the games in our pretty cards, and you got the background color that are inspired by Nintendo. We got the games, we got the genres, we got the names, and if I want to click, I don't know, in Super Mario Odyssey, for example, I got the image of the game, I got the trailer, I got the official website, and I got the description, the critic rating, the user rating, the players, the companies, the genres, and the platforms. If I click here, for example, it shows you to the real Super Mario Odyssey game in Nintendo, in the Nintendo page. You got the name, you got the image, and yeah, that's all for the cards. Every time you click a game, it's going to show you something like this, but with the actual game you clicked. If I go to home, I want to show you this in PlayStation because this is the one that I have more seed data, as you can see. I got all the genres, and then you can search by genre. Like if I want to show the action games, if I want to show the horror games, if I want to show the shooter games, if I want to show the sandbox games, or all that stuff, you can search by there, or you can search by name. You can go to Elden Ring, for example. You can go to Elder Scrolls. You can go to Cyberpunk, or whatever game you want to search. It's going to be there. You can go to from this navbar, you can go to Xbox, for example. As you can see, all of them change the color. PlayStation change the color, Xbox change the color, and same thing. If you want to click, I got the Doom. Sometimes the trailer, you can see it because you know age restrictions, it says. You can go to PC, for example, and go to FIFA. You can see the games, you can see the actual websites links. If they are not in PlayStation, for example, it's not going to show you the PlayStation, but if it's in PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam, it's going to show you the three of them. But if it's not, for example, for this example, it's not in Nintendo, it's not going to show you in Nintendo. And that's all for the presentation of the application. It's not that much, but it's a little bit hard because it, it needs a lot of work in there. So I'll show you right now pretty quickly all the code. And we have here the index. This is the HTML. This is running on localhost. I'll show you that this is running in localhost. Here, server running on HTTP, localhost 300. But all of this starts with this folder right here that says TS, that is TypeScript. We have the CRUD operations. This starts here with all the CRUD operations for each table. That is, I think it's like 1,000. It's almost 1,000 of lines of code. As you can see, we got the get genres for video games. We got remove video game genre because these ones are many to many um, tables. And as you can see right here, I'll show you where is located my database here. I can open the database. Don't want to show my database. Well, I'll show you later. Then we have the CRUD operations. That these CRUD operations goes to the controllers. That, for example, I'll show you the CRUD operations for a video game that I think it's the first one here. Create video game, get all video games, get video game by ID, and this is the import for the database. And then I go to the controllers and I'll search for video game controller, that is right here. I import the functions that I made in the CRUD operations, that as you can see here, and made all the controllers that I need. The create games, I got the request, the response, and a void that is a promise. And yeah, everything it's exactly the same for each one in the CRUD operations. And then after the controllers are done, you go to the roots and you start doing the roots. I go to the video game root that is here, and we have to import Express. I'm doing Express. I'm using Express for this one, and I'm import all the stuff from the controller, and then got the get the post, the put, and the delete, and export it to a default router that all of these controllers, all of these routes goes to the same place that is the server. As you can see here, I got all the routes that I need: user favorite routes, reviews routes, video game route, and I got the operations get, post, put, delete. I got the express here. I use the routes, and then I import the server to be running in localhost port number 300. And this works because, as you can see, works with the local host. And it's all of this, it's just for connecting to the database and do all the stuff you can do in SQLite, but doing with an actual API. This is just for testing. This is the roots that I say. This is the controllers, and then we have the CSS. That it was a little bit painful. I'm not that much of CSS guy, but this is the CSS. We have the CSS. We have the images that are a lot of images for the games. We have the HTML for each dashboard. This is just the models. We got the video recording for the Pac-Man I show you. This is the database, and that's pretty much all. I want to show you, if I got a little bit of time, um, the database. Give me 1 second and I'll show you the database. Here, this is the database that I have. It's not that much of the database, but you can see, for example, if I go browse to the table, I got all the things I want to show. This is my seed data, for example, for the users. I got the reviews, I got the platforms, for example, video games genre, that I show you all the genres for each video game. It's a many to many table, so that's why it's like that. I got the genres, I got the action, the adventure, all the genres you see, it's in there. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much all for my little video game website. I'll send you the code if you want to go through that. And it has the README file, so you cannot get lost with this. And now you know how to work everything. Thank you.